honestly apologize to people who have been on my case, to see them, to help them in one area or the other, especially in the area of their relationships. And I've not been able to answer. Some have even taken offense. Well, if you take offense, offense will take you off your end. Please don't take offense. I'm not, it's only God that is omnipotent and omnipresent, that can be everywhere at every time, at any time, to do everything at the same time. I don't have that grace. I'm not God. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré kí àwọn èèyàn mi tó fẹ́ gbọ́ mi ní Yorùbá. Olùkọ́ mi ní Olufunke Adetuberu, Fresh FM láwa o. Mo ń sọ fún wa wípé àwọn obìnrin ajé ohun èlò ẹlẹ́gẹ́, ó yẹ kí a máa fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ bá àwọn ìyàwó wa lò. Mo mọ̀ pé gbà mí àwọn obìnrin máa ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi débi pé wọ́n máa ń ní wá lára gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọkùnrin, but ẹ má jẹ́ ká fi yẹn ṣe, nítorí pé kí ni oríṣiríṣi nǹkan lobìnrin là kọjá. Ìgbà mí obìnrin ẹ rí tó bá ti lọ ilé ìbímọ báyìí, ẹlòmíì wọ́n ń pè ní àbísínwín, orí ẹ̀ máa yí ni. Ẹlòmíì tó bá ti fẹ́ bímọ báyìí, ilé ọmọ ẹ̀ tàbí ilé tó tẹ̀ fi ń tọ̀ gbogbo ajá pọ̀ mọ́ra wọn lórí ìrọbí, lórí ìbímọ. Ẹ rí pé nǹkan tóbìnrin là kọjá ó pọ̀ gan. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa fi ibi kan ṣoṣo tèmi ti rí nínú ọ̀rọ̀ náà láti Genesis dé ìwé ìfihàn ló ń sọ pé tí ọkùnrin ò bá ṣe ìyàwó ẹ̀ dáadáa, ọ̀run ẹ̀ á dí. Ṣe rí pé àwọn àdúrà orí òkè ta ló ń gbà káàkiri, ta máa Olúwa 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 Olúwa. Ìgbà míì ó má dàbí pé kò mà ní necessary kálá tiẹ̀ lè máa kàn fi ọkàn wa sí ọ̀rọ̀ kékeré yẹn, pé obìnrin tí a bá ti treat ìyàwó wa dáadáa báyìí, àdúrà wa máa gbà. Ká tó máa kúnlẹ̀ báyìí Ọlọ́run ti gbọ́, ká tó gbàdúrà ọ̀run ti ṣí. Nǹkan tí ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run sọ ni, èmi kàn mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Orúkọ mi ni Olufunke Adetuberu. Ẹ má bínú sí mi, ẹ bá mi pè gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ yín, àwọn ará ilé, ará àdúgbò yín. Ẹ lè rí kàn She Matters kẹ́ tó sẹ̀ǹdẹ̀ sáwọn èèyàn mi. Ìdí ni wípé èèyàn máa ń pé gbọ́ ni, èèyàn kì í pé gọ̀. Ọgbọ́n ọlọ́gbọ́n kò kí ń jẹ́ kán pé àgbà níwèrè. Níjẹ̀jọ́ mo sọ fún wa wípé we are going to start a school of ministry. By the grace of God, very soon we are going to have the promo going on this wonderful station. I want you to do your wife the best gift you can give to a woman. A woman in your life, whether you are married, you are single, you are divorced, you are a widow, you are a widower. The best gift you can give to any woman in the beginning of the year 2020 is to tell them, go for 6 weeks and learn about life. Listen to me. The hand that rules the cradle rules the world. And listen to me. Àwọn kan máa sọ pé ẹni tó bá fẹ́ fún yàn láṣọ tọrùn ẹ̀ náà máa ń wò. Èmi ti yí òwe yẹn padà o. Ẹni tó bá máa fún yàn láṣọ, wàá lọ sí wardrobe ẹ̀, wàá wò bóyá kò yá aṣọ yẹn lọ sí pati. Torí àwọn èèyàn yá aṣọ lọ pati. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi yá mi ní aṣọ ilé, ṣe bí pati ilé ló ń lọ lọ́la, yẹ́lò náà ní káwọ̀, wàá sáré ya, wàá lọ, wàá dá padà. You cannot give what you don't have. Ẹ má bínú, ẹ má bá mi interpret, torí tí bá ní kí n máa sọ Yorùbá lọ báyìí, a lè má ṣe tán lẹ́yìn, kò dé sákòókò àkínrọ́jọ́ musolókun. Mo wá sọ fún wa pé ilé ẹ̀kọ́ àwọn obìnrin tá a máa ṣe, mo ti ṣe 50 something set graduate oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn jàǹkànjàǹkàn nínú iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ tán tiẹ̀ ti di àwọn ìyàwó ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tíjọ wọn ti tóbi gan nínú ayé. Ọlọ́run ti fún mi lóore ọ̀fẹ́ láti kọ́ wọn jáde nílò ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn. Gbogbo nǹkan tá tiẹ̀ máa fọwọ́ kàn nípa bí a ṣe lè handle emotions wa. Ẹ rí pé àwọn obìnrin míì tó bá ti di pé wọ́n ti dé ipò olórí, wọn ò ní lè kóra wọn jọ, wọn ò ní mọ̀ bọ́ ṣe máa handle àwọn tó máa intimidate wọn. Àwọn àmọ̀kọ́ àwọn míì tó bá ti wà ní ipò ìyàwó pásítọ̀ àbí ìyàwó ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run, á wá di pé wọ́n máa torí wọnú, wọn ò ní ìgboyà àti ọkàn láti lè dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí akọni obìnrin lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ìyàwó wọn, lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ọkọ wọn. Nǹkan tí ilé ẹ̀kọ́ yìí ń ṣe nìyẹn. Ẹ má sọ wípé bóyá ṣé ìyàwó mi máa lè kó ẹ̀tẹ̀ jẹ́ kó wá ná. Mo find out pé tá a bá ṣe school of ministry, àwọn ọkọ ló máa ń sábà ń jẹ́rìí sí nǹkan tí odó tí a ti fi sínú ìyàwó wọn. I'm going to go back to English. We're going to go on this short music break. Please do me a favor. We are moving to the next year. This is a beginning of a new decade. 10 years is a journey of another 10 years. I'm so passionate. I'm so loaded. I have not been sleeping for months now. Just waking up in the night praying, Lord, hey, these 10 years, I'm going to be about 70 something, but in another 10 years, hey, Oluwa, am I going to live my life like this? Am I not going to make more impact? And in the process, God has been telling me what to do. You cannot come to this earth and live like that for the next 10 years. If you add 10 years to your year now, do you have a plan? Do you have a vision? Do you have something you want to do? Or you want to be like Methuselah, he begat and died? Is that why you are here? No. Life is not known by duration, it's known by donation. What are you going to contribute to this life? You shouldn't go out of this life. I was saying it this morning when I was preaching. I said, I'm not afraid to die, but I can't die until I'm done. And you know one thing that vision does to you, it gives you long life. It's telling me now, another vision I don't want to tell you now. For the first decade, for the next 10 years, he has given me what to do. And when God gives you a vision, it protects you, it preserves you, it helps you to keep living, it helps you to be healthy. He can't give you a vision and the devil will come and kill you. Vision preserves lives. It preserves your destiny. Don't have a vision for your life. Have a vision for your home. Have a vision for your children. Have a vision for your business. Don't be visionless. If you don't have a vision, you don't have a future. Vision makes a man strong. Vision elongates a man's life. Thank God you are somewhere. Yes, if your life is good, it can be better. If your life is better, it can be the best. If your life is the best, it can be excellent. Peradventure, your life is excellent. You can still move from one level of glory to another. I don't know, but I have not seen like 500 women that have private jets now, that they have their businesses in 100 places in the world. You have not seen any. So you have not started. Don't let anybody crown you a local champion. Get acquainted with your life. Put yourself in focus now. This is a new year we're stepping into. Birth your destiny. Grow up by vision. Put something on the inside of you. And of course, if you have a vision and you are not strong, it will drop. I've seen a lot of people, they pick and drop, they pick and drop. They can't be consistent. As a matter of fact, if you have vision for your life, you are going to be consistent, because you won't have a choice than to say, look at me now, she matters, moment to ponder, so many things, school of ministry, family conference, February is come, everything is, I don't have a choice than to keep my life on point. Then when you have a vision, you will not act funny. Where there is no vision, people, they cast off restrained. When you have a vision, you can't be sleeping around. If you have a vision, as a man or as a woman, you have a vision, you're a pastor, you have a vision that you're going to have 10,000 congregation. You can't murder it on the altar of sex, on the altar of another woman, because you know that it's lack of vision that makes people to do things anywhere, anyhow. When you don't have a vision, you cast off restraint. That's what Proverbs says. You don't take caution. You are not careful because you don't have a vision. I'll be right back shortly after this short break. I'll see you soon. Thank you for listening.
You are great, yes, you are Holy One. Walked upon the sea, raised that dead. Reign in majesty, mighty God. Everything written about you is great. You are great, yes, you are Holy One. Walked upon the sea, raised the dead. You reign in majesty, mighty God. Everything written about you is great. You are great. You are great. You are great.
Warrior is a woman. Welcome back to She Matters on Fresh FM 105.9, right in the city of Ibadan. I'm really, really burdened, and I'm not going to lie to us. There's so much going on in family system now that we are sitting on an explosive bomb. Hey, maybe you have forgotten that your husband is the father of your children. I'm not repeating myself, and I'm not talking like a broken record. You know, when you see verily, verily in the Bible, you notice that it's for the point for emphasis. Despite space crisis, there were still statements that were made more than once. So when I repeat myself, I'm not repeating. It's not the fact that I don't have what to say, but I'm letting you know that your mother, your wife, is the mother of your children, is the great-great-grandmother of your children. Family system is beyond you and your wife. It's generational. And if you are conscious of that, I think we have to be careful. Lately, I noticed that some conflict is everywhere. Money, sex, communication, especially communication. Families are just drifting off. Parents they had even forgotten that their kids are there. They just do things, they hit each other, they talk against each other, they abuse each other in the presence of their children. And I'm worried. I'm worried. If you cannot hold your emotions, can you just stop going to the altar, please? And to tell young ones to do premarital counseling, they will say no. Look at parents. When you don't have what it takes to raise your children, don't bring children to this world and add them to the trouble that is already on ground. Honestly speaking, if you wake up and you notice that you're about to get married and you are not matured enough, can you just postpone your wedding, please? If in courtship alone you shout, you almost slap your fiancé, I've seen a lot. I hear so much and I'm wondering, hey, how can a baby marry a baby and they give birth to a baby? Who is not going to say sorry to who? It's getting me worried. If you are courting, you are dating or you are courting, and you know that you are not matured to be responsible, to take responsibility, to come down to the level of the person you are going to get married to, can you just postpone your marriage, please? I've seen people that are married that the man smokes marijuana, he smokes cigarettes, he drinks, he comes home drunk, he carries women, and you want to now put a woman in the house like a decorated cardboard just to be at home. And some women are so insane, should I put it that way, or they are not secured. Let me try and be modest. The eye that will follow you to the grave. Have you forgotten that that man will start sending your child sticks of cigarettes as a child, as a baby? Will come home, give him a stick of marijuana to smoke, the father of your children? Excuse me, I don't understand. I understand everything stems from the home front, and that's why I want to dig into some issues today. Family system. Fathers, mothers, hear me. Please take your pen and your paper. I'm not going to take long. I'll just give you one and we'll take it from there. If you are a man and you're a woman, you are in a relationship, you have been in a relationship for 20 years, 15 years, you have endured, you have persevered, can you just go online? Because we are living in a global world. Honestly speaking, if you find a man in your life or a woman in your life that's been making you so miserable, if you are listening to me now, get online and ask and check for the one narcissist. NARISIST. If that person fits into that category of a narcissist, or the word narcissism, is a personality disorder, is a mental issue. Such people, they are vampires. They make you miserable for the rest of your days on earth. And there's a way to beat them. You set a boundaries. Now, they have people that they whip each other, they whip sentiments and emotions. They have people that when they talk about, when they destroy their spouse like this, say, hey, sorry, don't mind them. It's so painful that the body of Christ is not aware that we have people that have mental issues. They have emotional problems. It's not just a normal thing. As a matter of fact, when you study them very well, you will notice that this is not a normal behavior. This is somebody that will never agree that is wrong. Except his pain level has gotten to a level. He will not say it's wrong. They don't say sorry. They are never wrong. When they offend you, they will force you to say sorry to them. I don't want to go into that. But go online. If you find your spouse, because we have them both in male and female, you find your spouse fitting into the category or the criteria of a narcissist, please get back to me. We'll have to talk. Because if you don't deal with that thing, you will spend the rest of your years in misery. And one thing about narcissism is the moment they know Maybe I'll be talking about the black flags and all of that. And sometimes they are so spiritual, they spiritualize everything. You know, as a man, you don't demand honor. Bow, bend, greet me, honor me. No man does that. When you do the right thing, your spouse will honor you naturally. Like Jesus, the Bible says Christ is the head of the church. You don't want to hurt Christ. You don't want to offend him. Because he has loved you beyond reasonable and unreasonable doubt. You are fully loved. As a matter of fact, the love that he has shown to you, ìfẹ́ tó fi hàn ló jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ pé the kind of love, you don't want to offend him. You don't want him to, if you do anything that it's kind of hurting to him, you quickly want to apologize. Lord, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Because he has loved you. And the Bible says, husband, love your wife as Christ has loved the church. There's no time Christ will insist, church, submit. Christ, everyone, my wife, submit to me because we are his wife. No. You naturally bow. You naturally worship because he has showered you with so much love. So it is natural for you to respond. But in a home where a man is the lion of the tribe of Judah of his home, harasses everybody, embarrasses everybody, at the end of the day, one person will reverse and say no. It's like a dog when you are hitting a dog over and over again. The dog will back off and say no more. He will back at you, and that will be it. But let me come in this light. There are needs that men have. A normal man. I'm not talking about a narcissist. When you are in a relationship with a man, and you can count over 30-something women that he has slept with, his phone, you cannot see it. Everything is hidden. You marry a woman, he makes you miserable, she makes you miserable, she's not making you happy. You can't check her phone. You are not transparent. I've even seen men now, these days say, it's criminal. Why must you be checking my phone? I said, excuse me. The Bible says, well, you are saying the Bible says, I do know more than the Bible. It says, they were both naked and they are not ashamed. It's not physical nakedness. Is it the alert you don't want her to see? Or the text messages of people? You know, there's so many accounts. You know, so many accounts are in the bank now. As soon as the man is dead, that's the end. Because the next of kin does not even know that he has 10 naira in his account. Can't we just live by the book and live right? Because take it or leave it. You know, people think that when I'm saying live right, live by the book, let's do it right. You are not doing it for God, you are doing it for yourself. I was telling some young people, I went to talk to them in a place, and I said, if God tells you not to commit adultery or commit fornication when you are courting, is it God that will have venereal disease? There are over 60 sexually transmitted diseases now, over 60. The only ones we flog is HIV, gonorrhea. There are lots of them. There are lots of them. Lots of them. And it's not God that will have this problem. It's you. So the best thing is for you to put yourself under the authority and the leadership of the book, of the structure, the standard. And listen to me. The moment you do that, you are going to be sane. You are going to be normal. You are not going to be apprehensive. Outside there is hard. Job, your profession, things are not easy out there. You must come home and be restful and be relaxed. I was sharing with someone that I respect so much lately, and he said, Mommy, you have to help us to talk to our women, because as a man, it's difficult to be a man of one wife. And I'm going to deal with that today. That is, monogamy is hard for a man, but it's not hard if you know better. My heart goes to every woman hearing the sound of my voice today. Ladies in the house, I may be very hard on us and harsh on us, but you know there is an act of love that is making me to do this. Listen to me, that man in your life, I've balanced it. I'm not talking about a man that commits adultery, never agree that is right or is wrong, harasses you, beats you. I'm talking about a man that has proved to you beyond reasonable and unreasonable doubt that he loves you, he cares for you. He may not have money, don't forget, money is not everything. He may not have money, but he appreciates all your efforts. He tries to put everything on the table. The cards are plain. I'm talking about such men. If you have them in your life, good men. I'm talking about ọkọ téèyàn fi ń yangàn. Kì í ṣe tó yẹ pé gbogbo obìnrin ayé ló ti bá lòpọ̀ tán, àwọn kan mò ń sọ o. Kì í ṣe àwọn tí ẹ máa ṣẹ̀ tí wọ́n ní sọ pé kẹ́ bá ẹ̀yin àwọn ẹ máa ṣẹ̀, àwọn náà máa ṣẹ̀ yín, àwọn náà tún máa yí lé yín lórí pé kẹ́ wá máa bẹ̀bẹ̀. You know that kind of thing. Àwọn náà máa make ayé yín miserable. Wọ́n á ṣe birthday fún yín, wọ́n á tún fara ní yín jọjọ́ bí yín. Wọ́n á sọ̀rọ̀ sí bá dà pé kẹ́ lọ pokùnso. Irú àwọn ọkùnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ ni mò ń sọ. Mò ń sọ àwọn ọkùnrin tó yẹ pé ọkùnrin gidi ni wọ́n, bàbá gidi, ọkọ gidi. Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ fún ẹ̀yin obìnrin lẹ́ni ó lè le o, ṣùgbọ́n mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ mi torí pé kí ni àwọn ọkùnrin ní àwọn nǹkan kan. Àkọ́kọ́ ni pé kẹ́ ẹ gbà wọ́n bọ́ ṣe rí. Ṣé rí ẹ̀yin obìnrin tẹ́ máa sọ little thing ẹ ti correct. Kò sẹ́ni tó Bible gan sọ pé téèyàn bá gbélé tí obìnrin ti ń nag, ó dàbí kéèyàn gbélé tí ò ní roof ni. Mo mọ̀ ń sọ Yorùbá nítorí mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo wa gbọ́ mi dáadáa. When you live with a woman that is always correcting, kò sí nǹkan tọkọ ẹ̀ ṣe àárín nǹkan tí ò dá ń bẹ̀. Well, you are not a judge, you are not a lawyer. There is no man that will change when you keep hammering on his weaknesses or you are always complaining about what he's doing that is not right. It will not change. Number one need of a man is to be accepted. You know that if you don't accept your husband or you don't accept your spouse, you cannot change. And that's why the man will say, well, don't worry, that's the way I am. And you wouldn't have a choice. Now say, you refuse to accept him. A man especially wants to be accepted. If you accept him as who he is, he will do everything to avoid not listening to you. Even if it's not convenient for him, he will still listen to you. I've seen women that will go out of their way to encourage and motivate their husband to do some things, and the man will do it. And the people are wondering, báwo ni ọkọ ẹ̀ tẹ̀ ṣe wá gbọ́ràn bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ má worry, kọ́kọ́rọ́ ẹ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ nítorí pé kí ni, you have accepted him. Well, I'll be going on this short advert break, then I'll be right back. I'll take some questions. Of course, we're still good. We have a good time today. Thank you for listening. I'll be right back.
Woman, a savior is a woman, yeah.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my junior gave to
It's
me.
either Christmas clothes or school fees in January.
Dad, shop my Christmas dress and other Christmas items like clothes.
TY Mix on the beat.
Shiny black, all the shadows of the cloud, a pattern waits for me, and I can see from miles all the things I was stuck on. Oh, things I thought would never change has broken wide. Oh, things I thought would never change has broken wide. Oh, Julie, it's in me for it. Oh, want me to orí mi sọ̀rẹ́, ayé mi dire. Ojú mi rí ire, ire, ire. Etí mi gbọ́rẹ̀, ire, ire, ire. Ọwọ́ mi tẹ̀rẹ̀, orí mi sọ̀rẹ́, ayé mi dire. Ire, ire. Àkàrà orí, jíjìmọ̀sí. Àgbẹ̀ tí ń bèrè pàdé, àlùkò tí ń bèrè pàdé ọlọ́sà. Bèrè pàdé mi mọ́ bẹ́bẹ́ o, as I dey pay my day every day. Bèrè pàdé mi is a man. Oh, you need me. It's in me for it. Oh, want me to.
Fresh 105.9 FM, your feel good radio.
Welcome back to She Matters on Fresh FM 105.9, right in the city of Ibadan. I'm saying something and I'm still flogging it, talking like a broken record deliberately, because whether you like it or not, what is going on out there now, if we don't lay emphasis on the act of peaceful, loving relationship, we're already on an explosive bomb. Whether you like it or not, kids and children are raised in the family system where there's a lot of chaos, disagreement, conflict. The wife is somewhere sucking in, the husband has gone, slam the door and leave the house, and kids are just wondering, is this life? Is this how things are doing? And don't ever forget that every child comes into this world blank. You're an adult today, but you were a kid somewhere yesterday. There's nobody that's jumped from heaven. All of us stems from a family system. And when you expose yourself and your children to such toxic atmosphere and relationships, at the end of the day, it becomes very, very bad in their future. Don't forget, your health is determined by your relationship. Your wealth is determined by your relationship. Your happiness is determined by your relationship. The happiness of your children is determined by your relationship. I've told everybody that cares to listen, it's not husband and wife that you are joining in marriage relationship. You are joining 14 invincible people going into that relationship. Everything you saw your dad did to your mom, everything you saw your mom did to your dad is going into your marriage. Some young ladies and young men, they have told themselves, I will never allow my wife to be richer than me. Because when the moment they noticed that their mom was rich, he messed up their dad, crushed his manhood, crushed his ego, make him feel little and less sad than a man. I've seen some ladies that would tell themselves, no man will know how much I'm earning. God forbid. I will marry you, I will settle down. But my money is my money, his money is our money. I'm sure you must have heard that before. When it's your husband's money, is our money. But if it's his own, it's my money. Why? Because of what they saw when they were growing up. And sometimes we don't even know the effects and the impact of conflicts in the lives of our children is when they now grow up and begin to see, and some of us are going everywhere, mountain, enjoy hardship, stay in your marriage. They had forgotten. You guys have forgotten that it is what you play into the minds of those children, they are playing back to you at the end of the day. The best thing to do is to start changing. If you refuse to change, you'll be chained. If you refuse to change, you'll be changed. Listen to what I'm saying. Put your heart into what I'm saying. It is not too late to call a family meeting and apologize to your spouse, apologize to each other and start afresh. And when you know that you have a character that has become a second nature, you are addicted to sex, you're addicted to drugs, you're addicted to anything, seek help. Seek help. Help is available. There's no problem on this hand that has no solution. You do it spiritually, you do it psychologically, you do it emotionally, whatever it's the price you have to pay and paid to make sure that your kids, you are healthy in your future and your home. Do it. I was saying something, I said every man wants to be accepted. If you don't accept your spouse, if you keep nagging and complaining about everything he does, he's going to build a wall of Jericho around himself, and he will shut you down and close up on you. I've seen women that will say, my husband does not listen. He will not listen because you have become his mother. Have you know something I've noticed? When you have a mother that keeps judging you and correcting you, and you now see your wife that looks exactly like your mom, you find that person to a standstill. Men are not won by words. That's the gospel truth. They are won by the act of acceptance. Accept it. Just take them the way they are. When you accept me, you can correct me. If you notice that people that loves you, people that has shown to you that they are very good to you, they respect you, they value you, they validate you, to confront you about anything, you too, you would have known that this person has my interest at heart, but not someone that keeps judging you and keep telling you you are good for nothing, I told you 14 invincible people are going into marriage relationship. If I start to talk about it today, we're not going to leave here. Another thing that a man needs is attention. Men, they need attention. Especially we women. You always tell yourself your head, your knees, and your toes are paining you. I've told you, maybe here or somewhere else. Men don't have a circle. Your husband wants to have you every day, 24/7. If he's happy. If he's not happy, 3 times a week, I'm coding it because there's no time and there's no, we're in the day. It's against the ethics of this profession to talk practically about that on air. But the point I'm making is that take it or leave it, your husband wants you 24 hours. A man that you make to eat and is satisfied, he will not be looking for something outside, except he's an addict. Because I need to keep explaining that to us. Some men, they are addicted to sex. They cannot do without women. Even if you give them 24/7 and their wife is figure 8 and she's so beautiful, they will still have a fling. It's a mental issue. It's not in the glands, it's in the brain. What they have to do is to take responsibility, accept the fact that they have a problem. Then, of course, they go do a therapy and we retrain the brain. Somebody came to me and said, "Woman of God, please pray for me that I will not be seeing women and be attracted to them again." I said, you want God to abuse you? God does not abuse anybody. That's the way men are visual. But there's a platform in which you will know that you have to make a covenant over your eyes. You have to tell your eyes, why you will not put me into trouble. Because if you look at a woman to lust after her, you have already done it. Because when it comes to adultery or whatever, fornication, it's from the heart. It's not from the act. Well, I want to take questions now. Please go ahead with any of your questions. I'm not saying you should contribute, please. I said questions. We don't have all the time for contribution. I apologize for that. If you have any contribution, we could talk about that later. But for now, please just ask questions. 080-3232-1059, Fresh FM 105.9, 080-7777-1059. Before I take these calls, I want to please appeal to all our listeners. It's very tough out there. People are going through a lot. Remember those 2 girls I brought? Help me to give them a future, especially one of them. You know, they need to be settled in school. Whatever you can do, please go ahead and do it. Hello? 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 We have a caller already. Hello? Hello? If you are able to get in to the station, just make sure that you turn off your phone so that we can have clear. Hello? 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 Well, let me say this to all our listeners too, especially mothers. Can you please teach your children attitude and morals? You can train your kids to be nice. You know, because I relate with public, I say a lot of things. I hear kids, toddlers talk to an adult and it's like, oh my goodness. Please, when you notice an attitude in your child that is not good, can you correct it? Like I said, you can't give what you don't have. Are we ready? You cannot give what you don't. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Hello. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hello?
Is that Fresh FM?
Yes.
Yeah, please, madam, I would not like to mention my name. There is something I want to talk.
Please go ahead. You don't have to mention your name.
You know why? Something is happening to me.
Yes, sir.
You understand me, man?
I'm listening. I'm with you.
It's concerning my wife.
Okay, your wife, yes.
Yeah. So I just need an advice.
Go ahead with your wife.
We got married 9 years ago. And I noticed 9 years ago.
Yes, sir.
It was a blessed.
You have children.
Yes. And I noticed something. I work in Europe.
You work where?
I work where they produce beer.
Where they produce alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. No problem.
She's into academic.
Okay.
She's a lecturer, precisely.
Okay.
So when the thing started 2 years ago. Anytime I'm talking to her, I should know how to talk to her. No respect at all.
She
And
doesn't
when we started,
respect.
it's
She
not like
doesn't
that.
respect you at all.
Yes, and when we started, it's not like that.
Okay.
But
there's-
this started 2 years ago.
Hmm.
You understand? So I said, what is going on? Anything I said, she will fly up.
Wow.
And then 3 days ago, my first daughter just mentioned something. I'm dressing up, preparing myself to go to office. We are just joking inside my bedroom. And my daughter just mentioned something that, Daddy, I don't like the way you are doing at times. Because my mom used to complain about you that you don't know how to talk to her.
Hmm.
So the thing just throughout that day in the office, I was not happy at all. So when I got home in the night, I called her attention that what you did in the morning, I'm not happy at all. She fly up again. As I'm talking to you now, for the past 3 or 4 days, we are not in a good mood. I'm going to the same church today. And this is just, in fact, I don't know what to say. So I just need an advice.
Yes, sir. Now,
Please, ma'am.
I have an advice for you, sir. Please, can you go off the radio, because one person's question I'm answering like 500,000 people. Number one, there are 3 major. Okay, let me start with 7 stages in every relationship. We have 7 stages in every relationship. Please take your pen. We have the honeymoon stage. During the honeymoon stage, I'm going to rush it because of time. During the honeymoon stage, you overlook conflict. There's no conflict. I love you. I care for you. You know, nobody is feeling anyhow. Even when there's an offense, everybody keeps it. Then we get to the stage of realization. I may not finish it today because of time. When we get to the stage of realization, you begin to notice some things. Unfortunately, they gave us a marriage certificate without going to school. So we don't communicate. There are 3 major sources of conflict in every home. Communication is number 1. Money is number 2. Then sex is number 3. Now, the act of communication has to come to place. Because during the stage of realization, you begin to notice some things. Probably you don't even know what she has noticed. And you know, one thing I've noticed about people in relationship is that we are not sensitive to any statement, any serious statement that is made by our spouses. We sweep it under the carpet. We act as if, what is she saying? What is this saying? Whereas before a man or a woman begins to react and become violent and aggressive about anything, he or she must have said it, maybe casually, maybe seriously. It could even be the method of your love making. She might even feel used. One man told me, he said she would just be there as if I'm sleeping with a wool, or I go to a prostitute. Even a prostitute would respond, because at least I've paid. It could be that. It might even be your odor. It might be the way you look. It might be, not even look is important too. It might be your mouth odor. It could be anything. But because during this time of realization, we don't talk, we don't communicate, then we get to the next stage, which is nagging stage. And during the nagging stage, you avoid, and that is where infidelity comes in, between the nagging stage, because after the nagging stage is avoidance stage. You start avoiding each other, and in this place, nature does not allow for vacuum to linger. Somebody is feeling that. It could be job. You stay back at job, or you come home drunk. Something is feeling that emptiness. So if we are not careful, please just look up to, we are going to have a couples conference. Of course, Yinka Ifele will be our music that day. It's going to be a traditional during the Valentine period. I am going to flog this, the issue of communication, sex and money. Look forward to the promo. I want you guys to come. I'm not exaggerating. This week alone, I've handled over 600 couples that are having issues, and it has to do with these 3 things. Now, after the stage of realization, what happened in the next thing is avoidance. And when you avoid, sex is not there. You can't, like you told us that for the past 3 days you've not been in a good mood. Of course, sex is out of it, and a man wants to have sex after the 3rd day. So what is going to happen? You will either be watching pornography, as a man gets to masturbate. Before you know it, one K-legged girl will be hanging around. Before Jack Robinson, another thing comes in. Then the woman will not be screaming, hey, my husband is acting out. He's calling somebody on the phone. It's just, unfortunately, they set us up to go to school, do our first degree, master's, PhD, become doctors, professors, bankers, and they gave us a certificate. They don't expect us to go to school to pass. I don't know how people think, actually, because you are expected to learn on how to keep your home, that will let your school, your job, your vocation, for you to eat the fruit of what you have labored to read in school. They will not give you certificate. Go and be. And emotional relationship is the only relationship that determines everything. Your health, your wealth, your happiness, the happiness of your children. This is deep. And people are not passionate about it. They are not talking about it. For instance, like I said, like you said something that she's not respectful again. Something must have happened. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not there, but so many things will cause a woman not to respond anymore. Probably she just noticed that since maybe sometimes you come home, you drink because you walk where there's drink, and it's affecting the family values of a Christian home, that you say you've been to church today. You know, so many things. And because we don't talk. Now, let me tell you the truth. What happens is, and mothers, if you're a woman, you are hearing me, if you start discussing your marriage with your children, you are a pedophile. You are preying on their emotions. You are destroying them. The woman would think, I have a friend, my daughter is hearing what is happening in my marriage. You are doing yourself, because those children will hate a home. They will not want to settle down. You are painting a wrong picture about relationship to your kids. It is not right. I don't care what anybody is thinking now. When it comes to your relationship, look for somebody. I'm not saying you should cry before somebody. I will not say sorry to you. I know I am busy. I know I have so much on my table, but at least I know that in a week, Moshima answer over 70 or 80 people. They can testify to what I'm saying. Even in a week, respond to some. I tell them, number, do a voice note, I will reply. Some I don't reply, because sometimes you look at this is a very, very complex case. For one man sent me a text, my wife has left the house with my daughter. I need to find out. A woman will not leave a home with the daughter without no reason. And I don't want the man to feel that I'm not listening to him. So I will still have to pray and think. So when I'm approaching the lady, I'm not approaching as a judge. I'm approaching from the angle of empathy and sympathy, so that we can bring healing and restoration. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But please and please, I want you to do me a favor. The solution now is no fight again. Don't fight. Calm down, daddy. Then find a way to be nice, at least for the next 1 week. Toba provoking, just tell yourself, I'm not getting angry, because listen, there's no price that is too high to pay to keep your children and keep your home. I'm going to read a text to us soon. Now, that's number one. Number two, sir, Ewa come from the angle of understanding. My dear, communication, briefly, my dear. I noticed that in this home we have been having issues. Now look at my tone. My tone has changed. We call it thoracic communication. Your tone has to change. You can't come with the same anger, with the same voice, with the same tone, and expect a different result. I noticed that we have not been really fine in this relationship. What is the thing that I've done that has really offended you? Whatever it is, I'm sorry. Now, when she says sorry to your wife, that does not make you a weakling. It makes you a man. Because if you don't learn to say sorry, one day they will be sorry for you. When there's two parties in your house, PDP 1, PDP 2 in the same family, then it becomes an issue. So the best thing is to quickly apologize and ask for forgiveness. And if you are still meeting a roadblock, please, I'm going to give out my number. Please don't call, but note it. Text or do a voice note. Is the same WhatsApp number. It's 080-232 sir 42389. I'll say it again. That is my WhatsApp number, and that's my contact number. If you call, I might not pick it because of time. I do pick, really, but sometimes it can be very overwhelming. But if you send me a WhatsApp message or a text message or a voice note, I will reply you, I promise. And that number is 080-232-42389. 080-232-42389. That's my personal number. You are going to call. Hello, ma. I'm so from some place. I don't like mentioning names on it. I love my wife, but she used to complain too much, and she used to slap me. She used to slap me in that she can beat me, but promise not to me, we Okuka. But promise, have you? You know what? Listen, every man hearing me today, the best New Year gift you can give to your wife is to let her come for the Women College of Ministry. Please. I'm not saying because I'm convening at all, at all. You can give what you have. You can give what you have. I'm laughing because if your wife is beating you now, you used to slap him, yes. You can box, but you used to slap him. It's not funny. And you know, the beautiful thing is that it's possible for her to change. I have a mandate to allow people to change. If you, I mean, I have a lot of you listening to me that I meet you outside, we meet in public places, and you will walk up to me and say, you changed my home, you changed my life, even without knowing you. So there is a grace that I carry for people to change. Your wife will change. Actually, as a matter of fact, after 2 days, two Saturdays with me, your wife will become a new woman. And if there is a spirit of husband or spirit wife, we'll cast it out, or spirit husband. Because sometimes it's possible. I'm not too much, I'm not an ignorant person to know that the spiritual rules the natural. But whatever the case may be, you have a privilege to be part of the School of Ministry, resuming on the 11th of January 2020. If you send me a text or whatever, I can send the flyers to you through your WhatsApp contact. Hello. Hey, hello. Hello. I'm with you. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. I'm bulletin, please, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Who is on the line? Where are you calling from? Please, what is your question?
I want to write.
Please. Hello. 08032321059. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. John Bulletin.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Where are you calling from, sir?
This is Goodluck from Woro.
Go ahead with your question, sir.
There's one question I want to know. I want to know, you know that you mentioned narcissist.
A narcissist.
And I want to understand what is the meaning of that narcissist. That's number one.
No, I didn't give the details, sir. I said go on the internet and check for the word narcissist.
Okay.
NARSIST or narcissism.
No, now the second thing I want to find out from you. You know, yes. What sometimes what makes the home to be break up is as you mentioned that sometimes, you know, women when they have money, they will have the money more than their husband. From there they will start the problem. When they got to out, they will meet a man that also contacted with them. So when they got home, they will not give respect to their husband. So in that aspect, what are they going to do to that aspect?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for that question. It looks like contribution. Well, what I would say is this: it is not the money that a woman has that made her to start misbehaving. No, it is lack of communication. It is lack of communication. When you know how to communicate, a man is the head, the woman is the neck. I've seen women that when they come home from anywhere, they put the money on the table. When I travel out, I'm talking about myself. When I travel out and I come, I put the money in my husband's account. It depends on the communication. It depends on the understanding. If the woman knows that my husband is transparent, he doesn't have extramarital relationship, he's a plain man, we will not, it's not his money. He will not even mention that she's the one doing anything. But the day she noticed that there is another person somewhere, she's going to go out of order. So there are so many reasons why a woman will change if she has money. There's so many reasons. I'm not validating bad habit and attitude, but I'm saying that before a woman would react or change, there must be a reason. Before a man will react and change, there must be a reason. And that's why communication is very, very important in relationship. Unfortunately, we don't have all the time. Like I said, time is always running. And please, I want to encourage all our listeners. We're entering to the new year. Start a new year with focus, with determination. Tell yourself, I'm not going to live my next 10 years, another decade, carelessly. I'm going to work circumspectly. I'm going to work with caution. I'm going to invest into my life, especially you women. 11th of January 2020, the Women College of Ministries for the married, the single, the widowed, single parents especially. I have a message for you. You need to understand on how to raise your children and live a life of joy and happiness in the next 10 years. Thank you so much for listening to me. My name is Olufunke Adetuberu. I want to appreciate all our listeners. On behalf of the CEO of this station, thank you so much for listening to me. Don't ever forget something. In the next, this is another decade. 2020 is close. We are moving to a new year, a new beginning. Don't be careless about your life and your years. I appreciate you for listening to me. Thank you. I'll see you next week.
Woman, a savior is a woman.
Fresh 105.9 FM, your feel-good radio.